Back again, Cannonball Cats hunting on a bunch of Texas, and recently did a couple days ago or a day ago a very short comparison on a couple of firearms that I felt was needed to precede their review. And this is going to be a review of one of those firearms. I'll talk about the other firearm briefly as I go through this, but you can see the box here. This is I'm jumping right into this, folks. This is a Shadow Systems DR920 Combat, and this is not an open box type thing. This is just kind of giving you a quick show of what you get in the box. But this is a DR920 Combat, optics ready. This one comes with the bronze titanium nitride finish on the barrel itself, and it's got the green tritium front sight. Anyhow, when you purchase these, you're going to see them in a box just like this, and what you're going to get is when you open the box, you're going to see a pretty nice carrying case there that comes with it. And let's take this out, put this box out of the way here. And what comes in the carry case? It's pretty decent carry case. A little bit of loose thread there I need to cut away. But it's a decent carry case, and surprise, there's no firearm in here. It's because I already have it out. I've already fired the firearm, if you saw my other video, and I'll grab that here in a second. So what comes with this firearm, just so you know, it comes with some optics plate spacers, a little bit of Loctite, a bunch of screws for a multitude of different direct mounting options. The manual itself does have some mounting options. It tells you which screws to use, which spacers to use based on the mounting footprint. It also comes with in the carry case, comes with a couple of back straps, comes with a neat tool for changing them out, comes with the mag well. Keep in mind, this is the DR920 Combat that comes with this. The foundation, I know all of them come with the grip back straps, the different back straps, but I'm not sure about the mag well. I know the Elite and the Combat models do. Unsure about the others. Okay, and then the other thing is inside this bag, you'll see that little pin there, and with a little another captive device, and that's for installing the mag well. Excuse me. I will say that just right off the bat, before I get into the firearm, their customer service is outstanding, because I have the DR920 Combat, and this kit that came with this firearm is for the MR920. They are actually a different size. The back straps are shorter and the mag well is smaller. So I reached out to Shadow Systems the very day that I purchased the firearm, and the very following day they responded by email and said they were sending me out the right kit. So kudos on their customer service. Anyway, so let's get to the firearm. So first, let's safety check this thing. You can see it's empty there, no rounds in the mag, and we can take a look at it. So anyhow, here it is. This is the firearm. This is the DR920 Combat. As you can see, I lock it open. This one does come with the titanium nitride barrel, but this is more of a bronze color rather than the gold color. It is a nitride slide. And on the actual Combat model, it's a smooth top. Bear in mind that the front sight is a tritium night sight. Rear sight is just a blacked out serration, and very easy to acquire. Very smooth shooting. I will tell you that on this firearm, one of the things I noticed on this firearm was that the rear sight, I have another one of these models, and the rear sight is a little short. This front sight actually sits up just a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. I didn't take measurements, but it creates the need for me to basically take this tritium dot and draw an imaginary line across this rear sight as if there was an imaginary line at the top of this rear sight, and just place this dot directly on top for my sight alignment. That's what I've had to do in order to be able to have this firearm shoot right where I would need it to go. So, you know, that's not that troublesome to me, but I'm a big fan of fiber optics. Some may not be, but I am. So I may change this out for a fiber optic sight at some point anyway. This is not a personal protection gun. This is a range and competition gun. At least that's what I'm going to be using it for. And but nonetheless, this firearm, 150 to 200 rounds for break-in, as per the manufacturer's instructions in the paperwork. I fired 150 rounds through this firearm the other day, and it ran flawless, functioned perfectly with no issues whatsoever. The trigger itself was, I think I stated in my comparison video, with 4.5 to 5 pounds. It was actually a little over 5 pounds on average when I first started with it at the range the other day, but after bringing it home and cleaning it up again, then retesting it, it was sitting in at just under 5 pounds. And what I'm hoping is that it'll get down to that 3.5 to 4 pound mark. But if it doesn't, I mean, 4 to 4.5 pounds will be fine with me. I mean, this is a striker fired firearm. You can see it's very smooth take up, and it hits the wall. There's the wall right there. Very smooth take up, hits the wall, minimal creep, and then breaks right there. Reset on this firearm is extremely nice. Very tactile, pushes out. It already reset. I don't know, I may have been talking through it and you're unable to hear it, but it reset, and bam, there it goes again. So the firearm itself is extremely nice. You know, it's a Glock 17 size, but it comes with outstanding stippling. It comes with very nice little stippling on the front strap here if you want to put your finger there, depending on how you shoot. If you come over here, gives you that option. It's got very nice stippling on each side, almost like what do some people call these gas pedals. So, you know, you got a place for your finger, for a memory print for your finger. You can come off, and then on your other side, your thumb can go right on there, and that can help hold that down. It's kind of an awkward thing for me because I have short fingers. I generally and probably will not use that. I'll probably use the finger on the front as I normally do, and my thumb will just kind of sit up here in no man's land. That's pretty much how I fire when I do mine. But an extremely nice firearm. I didn't want to make this too long of a video, but I wanted to make sure and let you know my thoughts on this, how easy it is to change out the back straps. Extremely easy. Just push the pin through, it pops right out. This slides off, you slide a new one on. Breakdown of this firearm is exactly like a Glock. So I know there's plenty of videos out there for people, but you basically grab it just like this. Give a very slight pull back, pull down on the little takedown knob, push it forward. Sometimes that trigger will pop back as you're pushing it forward. It's just part of that tight tolerance that I've found. I just go ahead and come back here and release it, and bam, it comes apart. Everything else is just like a Glock on the internals. You know, it's got a little bit of dirt in there, but I cleaned this up, but you know, it's hard to get it all every once in a while. Take the barrel out, take the spring out, you know, pretty standard procedure. Putting it back together, right there, it goes back together, bam, function check, perfect, ready to rock and roll. Anyhow, this gun is extremely accurate, more accurate than I will ever be, and this one has run flawlessly and perfect. I'm struggling to find a negative on this firearm other than the sight picture, because it seems to shoot so low, and because of where I have to align the front sight on this firearm. I will note a difference. I've got another one here that I'm going to be doing a review on eventually. I haven't had a chance to get it to the range and shoot it, but I've got another one here I'm going to be doing a review on, and this is, make sure it's clear, this is the DR920 Elite model. This one also has the titanium nitride barrel, but it's a little bit more of a golden color than this bronze color. But what I did notice, and again, I didn't take any measurements, but I did notice that the rear sight, because both of these firearms have the identical front sight, but I noticed that the rear sight on the 920L is actually a bit taller and matches up a little bit better with the height. We'll see how it fires at the range, but you know, this is a review for another time. I will tell you that this trigger is fairly heavy on this one. I'd love to see a better trigger on this one as well, as far as it being light, but I know it's going to obviously lighten up as I shoot it. But this, again, this is a review for another time. So let me go ahead and put this back in here real quick. That's a sweet firearm, by the way. They're both sweet firearms. You know, for the money, you know, this firearm here is sub $1,000. Well, that was sub 1,000. This is sub 900, and you're getting all the upgrades plus the optics, that direct mounts with the multitude of optics that you can run on here with no plates, no optic plates, so on and so forth. Match grade barrel, changeable back straps, removable mag well. You know, runs all the Glock style magazines, Glock compatible magazines, including Glock factory mags, and just shoots lights out. If I do my part, and I would believe it to be the same for anybody. So for the money, sub $900, when I'm seeing, you know, Glock, I don't care, generation 3, 4, 5, whatever, for 600 plus, for an extra $200, you're getting a very, very fine firearm built from the ground up with parts that are fitted together and just made. You know, these are all upgraded parts. These are the parts that everybody was buying. Shadow System's been around since 2016. These are the parts that everybody was buying to put in their Glocks, spending all that extra money buying the firearm and spending all that extra money. $850. I get the whole package. It's a no-brainer. You know, I love the fact that Glocks came out with that great system. They've been out for 30 years. They've created an amazingly usable and reliable system, but they better get with the times, because, you know, for a couple $100 more, you can get what they provide plus a lot extra. Let's put it that way. So, you know, in Shadow Systems, I don't know how they're doing it for that price, because you got ZevTech and Agency Arms and Salient Arms out there for $2,000 and higher. And incidentally, this is the one I did in the comparison with that Zev Technologies the other day. And that Zev Technologies, you're not going to see a review on that. That firearm is no longer in my possession. I received an offer I couldn't refuse, and so I let it go. And I'm not sad. It was a nice firearm, as I stated in that comparison. It was a nice firearm, but ultimately it doesn't hold anything on this firearm, and this was half the price. Less than half the price, excuse me. And you know, and then you come in here with this DR920L Elite, which is based on a Glock 34 type size, and that one was about half the price overall. So, my gosh, you know, it's a no-brainer. Not to say anything bad about ZevTech or any of those other makers out there, but when you get one like this that shoots lights out for, you know, half or over or less than half the cost, no words to describe it, right? Anyway, that's what I got. This firearm shoots very nice. If anybody is, these folks are out of Plano, Texas, and I live in Texas, so good on you. I'm very happy to see that these are made complete. Everything on this firearm is made in-house in Plano, Texas, and I'm happy to see their success and their growth, and I hope to see continued success and growth. They're a good outfit, and again, I've read good things about their customer service. If you do have any issues, and I just experienced it myself in regards to this one, on the purchase of this one, so no real complaints other than the sight, and everything else on this one is a positive. So that's what I got, folks. You know, if you have any questions about this firearm or the functionality of it, I do have a Blade Tech holster coming that is said to fit it. These are supposed to fit all Glock similar model holsters. This would be a Glock 17, the other one would be a Glock 34 holster. We're going to find out. I got a Blade Tech holster coming that is set up for a Glock 17, and we're going to see how it fits. But that's what I got. If you like what you see, like and subscribe if you're not already. If you got questions, please ask. If you don't like what you see, I'm sorry, but I respect your judgment. And anyhow, hope the rest of your weekend goes well. So I'm gonna be signing out. Jamie Katz, on Little Budget Texas, Cannonball Cats. God bless you. God bless America. God bless Texas. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.